Hi guys, this is Dr. Yashika. I was struggling in my marriage for around 4 years, and especially after the birth of my baby, because I was going through some postpartum blues and was having my own problems of leaving behind my career and settling down for a baby and giving a gap. But all those things took a toll on my married life. My husband, whom I thought of as not a very supportive person, now today if I see after my counselings that he was the main support, because of whom I could stood by all the struggles. So because I'm a very strong headed person, a very dominant kind of a personality, I was always of the view that he is not supporting me enough emotionally and is not listening to me and is not there for me. Whereas what was happening was that he was unable to understand my need, and also because I was unable to communicate it to him properly. The problem was so severe that I was even thinking of going for a separation, to be very honest with you. And it was then that fate had some other plans for me, and I came in contact with Mr. Dhaval Mehta, who's a divorce coach and also marriage counselor. And I thank my stars to be able to get connected to him. He very clearly understood what was actually going on between the two of us, and it was because of his clear-cut fundamentals that he explained to me regarding how a woman thinks and how a man thinks, that I could understand that my husband was not at fault up to the extent as I was taking him to be. Instead, I realized that he was trying his best to let the relationship going, which I was unable to see beforehand because I was involved in my own thought patterns and my own negativity, and how women are, that we want things to go our way, but because the male mind works in a different way, they have their own chemistry of how the system goes on in their mind. So I was not able to understand him beforehand, but after the counseling sessions things became so clear that I ultimately realized, which is I think it's one of the biggest breakthroughs of me as a woman also. I was finally able to realize that I don't need him for my happiness. He is not 100% responsible for my happiness. It's me alone. And by, pressurizing him all the time that he's supposed to make me happy, to fulfill my emotional needs, I was getting distant from him. And post the counseling, things became so clear that I started loving myself more. I started valuing the relationship more and valuing what all he was actually doing for me from his side, which I was not able to see earlier. And I could then understand what goes on in his mind, and could understand that he really loves me and he's there for me, and I took certain decisions for myself, for the relationship, and things started going on so smoothly. Of course, it didn't happen like within a click. It took some time. It took around more than a month, but I was quite diligent with what all Mr. Dhaval told me. And since he explained things so easily, it was very easy for me to follow through, And fast forward today, I'll never ever think of any separation or going for any divorce or anything. And it's a fact, guys. It's a fact. And now that I see other people going through the same things, I realize guys are not that bad as we women think them to be, whether that's a love marriage or an arranged marriage. So they're good. It's just that they work differently than we work, than the way we work. What is needed is that we understand them, and for that you definitely need someone who is an expert in this area, because the person is doing his research, doing his homework and everything, and we are able to understand things through them because they're already dealing with such people, and they're showing the path to them. So I'm extremely thankful to the universe for letting me be in contact with Mr. Dhaval, and I would strongly recommend Mr. Dhaval Mehta in case you are struggling with your married life. Because guys, it's really not that bad as we are perceiving it to be. We just need to see things from a different perspective, and Dhaval is one person who helped me out see it in a very, very easy way. Because if you make things complicated and go to a counselor every 15th day and have to travel, and they sit with the diary and everything, that doesn't, that's not my cup of tea, honestly. And that was one reason I never went to a marriage counselor. But Dhaval is a person who is, who can be your best friend in this regard, and he's great at his work. He would understand you and has all his empathy for his clients, and he's a good to go person if you're struggling with your married life. So definitely I recommend him, and I would, whosoever is watching this, take care of your marriage. It's a beautiful thing. You just need to start looking at things in a different way as you're doing right now. Okay, so take care. God bless you all. God bless Dhaval, and God bless all the people around. Thank you. Bye.